Hello YouTube, welcome back to Cupcakes Comic Reviews and to our new comic book day review show wherein we buy new books and then we show you a little bit of the art so that you can make a decision whether that book is for you or not. This week we've got some great books. We've got Absolute Catwoman, we've got Absolute Batman and a whole lot of other goodness, some indies and some DC stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's check out the video. Alright guys, the first book we have is Absolute Batman issue number 22. This is by Scott Snyder and Werner Dell'Edera, who does the artwork. It's not Nick Dragota, he's been given a break. And this is a Dan Quintana cover with Harley Quinn. So yeah, this is the origin story of Harley Quinn. So there's a nice origin of like where did Harley Quinn come from, like how is she molded into who she is. And yeah, at the same time, you've got all these Robins hunting Batman and Harley, and who are like in the sewers and trying to escape. So that's the basic gist of it. It is also the Scarecrow part 4, which is the Strawman series for part 4, the Crooked House. And it doesn't have a lot of the Scarecrow. He does come in the end, and he gives a major revelation, which I'm obviously not going to spoil. But yeah, again, this is like I said, it's the backstory of Harley Quinn. So Werner Dell'Edera's art is good. It's not as kinetic and dynamic as Nick Dragota is, but then yeah, as a fill-in artist, I think he did a banger job. And yeah, and the Harley backstory was also, it delivers, and yeah, so you have like her story in the flashbacks, and for the main story you have like Batman and Harley trying to escape the Robins. Again, there are multiple storylines going on here, right? They're trying to tackle, and I love this book. Amazing. If you're following Absolute Batman, there's no reason to not get this book, but yeah, again, Dan Quintana cover, Absolute Batman issue 22, guys. I loved it. Okay, next we've got Absolute Catwoman. This is by Che Grayson, Scott Snyder, and Bengal on the artwork. So yeah, man, this is the second issue of Selina Kyle. So in the first issue, we saw that Selina Kyle is attacked by a group of Catwoman ladies dressed as Catwoman called the Calicos. And Calico was also the group that Selina Kyle ran with when she was younger. And she was like a jewel thief. So she ran with these 3 other ladies, and they all dressed as cat burglars, and they did all these robberies and stuff, and they call themselves Calicos. But now she's being attacked by these impersonators, and basically somebody's trying to attack her, and she doesn't know why, and she's trying to figure it out. And so yeah, so this particular issue, it features a little bit of a reunion of the Calicos, the older Calicos, along with Selina, moving the plot further, wherein Selina Kyle tries to figure out like who's after her. Again, second issue was good. The first issue was a banger. Second issue was equally good, and there's a lot of like flashbacks in this, and there's a lot of like present day storylines. So I'm loving it. I'm digging it. The artwork is great, sublime, and yeah, the action is amazing. Yeah, Absolute Catwoman issue number 2, guys. Okay, then one of my favorite books from the next level is Fury of the Firestorm. It is this. So it's so good that I got like 2 covers. So this is the Gillum March cover with Firehawk, and this one is your Mark Spears cover with Firestorm. So what is this book about? This book is about, it's in the 4th issue. It is about Ronnie Raymond, who's Firestorm, and he's gone mad in Pittsburgh, in a small town, and he's trying to like transmute everything in the town. Meanwhile, you got your Firehawk, and she meets up with Professor Muttenstein, and they were lovers obviously before, as you can see in the main cover. And it's a lot about like her like discovering her past as well, like when she first met Firestorm, and what were the circumstances, etc. And she discovers a lot of secrets. And it turns out that there was like the government was making like a super soldier program, and they have these 4 individuals. So you've got your Niles Calder, you got your Wills Magnus, and at the same time you got your Simon Stagg and Professor Muttenstein. So all of them were contracted by the government in the Absolute Universe to create like America's tailor-made Superman project. And so they created, so if you know your history of the DC universe, this Bill Magnus created the Metal Men, Martin Stein obviously created Ronnie Raymond the Firestorm, and then Niles Calder did the Doom Patrol, and then Simon Stagg obviously Metamorpho. But now Martin Stein is old, and he kind of sort of like grooms Ronnie Raymond into becoming Firestorm, and right now he confesses that to Firehawk, and she's like trying to and she's very angry at him because he was trying to coax this very simple regular down to earth guy, and when he reveals the secret to Ronnie Raymond completely rejects Martin Stein and says, I want nothing to do with you, and I'll do the Firestorm thing by myself. The challenge is that the Firestorm matrix is controlled, requires two consciousness to keep it in check. But unfortunately, because Martin Stein is no longer part of the Firestorm Matrix, it's just Ronnie Raymond, and the Firestorm Matrix takes over his consciousness, and that's why he's been behaving like so erratically and stuff. And obviously now Firehawk and Martin Stein team up together, and they have to find a way to rescue Ronnie Raymond, and that's what the whole story is about. So again, it's Jeff Lemire doing his best. The backstory of Firehawk is amazing, of how she was created and why she's created. There's a lot of like Mary Shelley Frankenstein vibes going on. I love this. This is my pick of the week mostly, just because of the detailed storytelling by Jeff Lemire and Rafael de la Torre's great artwork. And I loved it so much that I bought 2 covers, guys. What's the explanation on that? I just love Firestorm. But yeah, that's Firestorm issue number 4 for you guys. Okay. Next, we've got Clayface Celebrity Dirt. Is he a man? Is he a monster? He's Clayface. So Clayface, as you know, is basically this disfigured actor who turns into this lump of clay because of reasons, and his name is Basil Carlo. And in this story, I thought this was a movie tie-in or something, but I don't know the creative team. I don't know Jude Ellison. I don't know Fran Galan. I may have heard of them, but nothing comes to mind. So anyway, so this is a completely new story, right, of Clayface, where he's trapped inside of Arkham Asylum, and he's in his Clayface format. And so this is your Fran Galan, this is your interior artist. So this is how you get the artwork. So so he's a disgruntled actor. He's now captured, and he's into this lump of clay, and he's captured inside Arkham, and somehow he breaks out. And when he breaks out, he finds out that he thinks that he's Basil Carlo, but he finds out that the actor Basil Carlo is alive and living, and he's making movies. So there's a little bit of a Swamp Thing anatomy lesson going on in this book, wherein basically Clayface is not sure of, is he just a lump of clay who has memories of Basil Carlo while Basil Carlo is alive, or is it Basil Carlo and him are completely different? So they've done this kind of things a lot in these tropes in in the Hulk, when they try to make him into a monster and stuff. But this was another good recommendation for this week. I did not know the creative team. I bought this variant cover. This is by Dave Johnson. So it's like a 80s horror movie poster, like a VHS tape. It's got all these wrinkles and crinkles also on it. So what's not to like? This is DC Comics Clayface Celebrity Dirt issue 1. And I think this is a mini series. This is not a maxi series. So, but correct me if I'm wrong. Chat in the comments. Okay, let's jump on to the indies. Okay, so we've got Transformer issues number 34. This is Robert Kirkman and Jason Howard who's doing the artwork. So now that we fought the Decepticons a lot. So right now in this particular issue, we've got Shredhead and Cliff Jumper, who are on a mission. They're on a mission to they see that there is a fire, and some of the Combaticons are making a lot of they're trying to destroy cities and stuff. So they go ahead and confront them. And that's what the basic main story is about, Cliff Jumper and Shredhead with his cool sword trying to confront the Combaticons, who basically combine and I think they form Bruticus. So that's the thing. And on the other side, there's the other story which is going on, wherein you have General Flag. So General Flag from the G.I. Joe meeting Optimus Prime, and him trying to partner with him and figuring out where the other Energon deposits are, and him trying to figure out a plan to combat Decepticons. So again, 34 issues in, this title is still awesome to me. I love fighting robots, so and it's still got like that bombastic guitar metal energy to it, like rockstar energy to it. So I'm loving it, I'm digging it. This is Transformers issue 34 for you guys. Okay, next we have a new book from Mark Millar. This is Star Crossed. It is a new title, but it's also like an amalgamation of two things. So this combines Sharky the Bounty Hunter, which is a previous title that Mark Millar did, and with Space Bandits, which is another title. So because he did like the big game universe, wherein Mark Millar is now combining all his independent books that he did. So the best thing is like they give you all the books like you probably need to read. So for understanding this new series, all you need to read is Space Bandits and Sharky the Bounty Hunter. So these two titles, and then you can just directly jump into it. So again, Space Bandits are these two chicks, like these two girls, right? And they basically like swindle rich people. They're kind of like Thelma and Louise, and they basically rob people. And at the same time, you've got Sharky the Bounty Hunter, who is kind of like Lobo, and in the Mark Millar verse, and he's trying to track them down. So yeah, that's the story, basically them trying to escape. Sharky doesn't make a big appearance. He's just there like in a couple of the pages, but mostly it's about like these two girls are Space Bandit girls who have like robbed this queen, and they've taken her money, and she set up like a bounty on him, and then the people are trying to chase them, and they this is one of those girls and this is the second girl, and they end up in this like big party, and where like these assassins show up and they're trying to like get them. So I love all the Millar World stories. If you like a connected universe and stuff, nobody does it better than Millar World, right? All these independent issues that we read like 15 years ago are now all part of the same universe. So and if you've read all those things and if you have an understanding of them, you will be delighted to read this. But even if you don't know these, like it's still in itself it's a good story. And what I suggest is, but I do suggest you reading Sharky the Bounty Hunter and Space Bandits if you want to have like the full flavor of the book. But anyway, guys, the art is done by Corrado Mastunono. I've never heard of him, but yeah, his art is very cool. Like it flows. It's very colorfully. It's very colorful. It's very poppy. It's very 90s. It's a little bit grunge on it. So yeah, I loved it. I'm gonna follow this. This is Starcross issue number 1, guys. Okay, we've got probably the best indie title that came out this week. This is Operation Iron Coffin. So this is by Kenny Potter and Tyrell Cannon. This is a part of the IDW Dark initiative. So what this is like, you've got a train full of Nazis. You've got the Allied forces. They drop a coffin into this train, and it turns out that the coffin has Dracula in it, and the Dracula basically mauls all these Nazis, right? So I think this is like a 3 or 4 issue miniseries. But yeah, this is the plot was so berserk and gung-ho and like bombastic that I was like, I probably need to check this out. And yeah, and looking at the artwork, it seems like it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be Dracula mauling all these like Nazi soldiers in World War II, man. And yeah, what's not to like? So again, I dug it. Yeah, man, this is a good book. Definitely check this out. Again, it's like 3 or 4 issues, so you don't have to invest a lot. But yeah, this is Operation Iron Coffin, guys, issue number 1. Okay, final book of the day is basically a cover by. This is J. Scott Campbell's Aladdin. I haven't read it, but I did watch the Aladdin cartoon as a kid. Of course, I saw the movie, and I saw the Will Smith movie directed by Guy Ritchie as well. So I played the video games too. So so I loved Aladdin and that universe a lot. But again, I'll be honest, guys, like that was when I was like 6 or 7. But this is just a pure cover by with because I like Jafar a lot and I like Iago, so it's very reminiscent. And yeah, I hope to get this signed by J. Scott Campbell someday. So again, I don't know what's going on here. I see Prince Ali, Abu, and Jasmine, Princess Jasmine, all your genies and everything. So again, it's going to be a fun kids book, Disney title. They've been doing a lot of these Disney licenses. They've been turning everything into comics. So yeah, hopefully, this is a good one, and I'll read it and hopefully I'll like it. Yeah, guys, but that's basically it. Also, I scored this Dark Horse sticker from my LCS. This is Dark Horse has been completed like 40 years. So yeah, who knew, man? Dark Horse is 40 years old. But that's it, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions about any of these books, please comment. We also do short form comment on Instagram. So if this long form comment doesn't suit you, then please check out the short form content on Instagram on Cupcakes Comic Reviews. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Do all the good things as YouTubers do, you know. And yeah, I'll catch you next week, guys. Take care.